Nothing works there. If you go there with your cell phone, if you go with a radio, it stops. If you go there with a compass, the needle just keeps spinning.
Some places defy all logic. Strange landscapes, eerie formations, and locations where science has no answers.
Winchester Mystery House is a very special place. There are a lot of architectural oddities that remain a mystery as to why they're here.
From baffling natural wonders to sites shrouded in mystery.
Skeptics will say that this is either an optical phenomenon or some sort of a piezoelectric effect.
These 25 places continue to leave experts scratching their heads.
So we don't know what they are. We tend to leap to conclusions about these sorts of things, and clearly they can be any number.
The more we learn, the less we seem to understand.
Really, it is uncommon for a ship's crew to have completely vanished, and for the ship to be able to continue on adrift in near perfect condition.
The zone of silence sits deep in the Chihuahuan Desert, stretching across northern Mexico like a forgotten wasteland. Here, radios fall silent, compasses spin aimlessly, and strange lights flicker in the night sky.
Nothing works there. If you go there with your cell phone, if you go with a radio, it stops. If you go there with a compass, the needle just keeps spinning.
In 1970, a U.S. missile veered off course and crashed directly into the zone, as if pulled in by an unseen force. Even animals behave oddly here, moving in patterns that make no sense. Science calls it coincidence. Those who live here call it something else.
Feel a strange tingling when you're there. You have strange mutated animals living in the desert in this area.
Scientists have tried to explain why radio waves refuse to pass through this barren land, but no one has a solid answer. Some blame underground magnetic anomalies, while others whisper about something far more mysterious. Locals speak of strange visitors, tall figures with pale skin, appearing out of nowhere before vanishing without a trace. Others claim they've seen burning rocks fall from the sky, as if the heavens themselves target this cursed land.
The evidence seems to be indicating that the zone of silence is some powerful that's literally sucking meteorites and other space debris right into this small area of northern Mexico.
Mysterious Texan lights. Near Marfa, Texas, strange lights appear in the night sky. They glow, flicker, and move without warning, sometimes splitting into two or darting across the horizon. No one knows what causes them, but people have tried to explain them for years.
I see several lights. They dim, they brighten, then they move. Sometimes they line up. They're different from any other light.
There is a theory of them being car headlights or campfires in the distance, but another theory calls them reflections caused by heat and air mixing over the desert. But none of these theories fully explain why the lights move the way they do, or why they've been seen for over 100 years, long before cars existed. Locals tell stories of spirits wandering the land, or something even stranger hiding in the desert.
Skeptics will say that this is either an optical phenomenon or some sort of a piezoelectric effect, whereas those who are not inclined to a scientific explanation will talk about ghosts or UFOs.
Scientists have studied the lights, but they can't say for sure what they are. The lights come and go, never following a pattern, and always leaving behind more questions than answers. Sleeping City. Kalachi will always be the town that once fell into a sleep no one could explain. In Kalachi, Kazakhstan, people fall asleep without warning and stay unconscious for days. It started suddenly, with no clear reason. One moment, they feel fine. The next, they can't keep their eyes open. When they wake up, they feel weak and confused, with no memory of what happened. Doctors ran tests, but nothing explained why an entire town kept slipping into deep sleep. Some blamed gas leaks from an old uranium mine nearby. Others thought it was a strange illness or something unknown in the air. But no theory fully explained why only some people were affected or why it kept happening. Scientists studied the town for years, but the cause remained a mystery. Then, as suddenly as it began, the sleeping episode stopped. Enigmatic spires. In central Turkey's Cappadocia region, the landscape is dotted with towering rock formations known as fairy chimneys. These natural structures, some reaching heights of 130 feet, have intrigued visitors and geologists alike. Millions of years ago, volcanic eruptions blanketed the area with ash, which solidified into a soft rock called tuff. Over time, a harder basalt layer formed on top. Erosion from wind and water gradually wore away the softer tuff, leaving behind pillars protected by the more resistant basalt caps. While this explains their general formation, the specific shapes and distribution patterns of these chimneys remain partially understood. Variations in erosion rates, rock composition, and climatic factors contribute to their unique appearances, but the exact processes are still a subject of study. Endless storm. Over Lake Maracaibo in Venezuela, lightning flashes again and again, turning the night sky into a constant light show. It isn't a normal storm. No rain, no thunder, just bolts of electricity striking the same place for hours. Sometimes it lasts all night. This happens up to 160 nights a year, 1.6 million times a year, and no one fully understands why. Scientists believe warm winds from the lake mix with cold air from the mountains, creating perfect conditions for non-stop lightning. But it could also be methane from the ground fuels the storms. But even with all these ideas, no one can explain why Catatumbo lightning has lasted for centuries, never fading. Sailors once used it as a natural lighthouse. Locals say it never stops, even when the skies seem clear. Chromatic Cauldron. In the heart of Yellowstone National Park lies the Grand Prismatic Spring, a natural wonder that dazzles with its vibrant hues. Measuring approximately 370 feet in diameter and over 121 feet deep, it's the largest hot spring in the United States.
We're at Grand Prismatic Spring. A lot of steam coming out, so it's hard to see the colors.
The spring's vivid colors, deep blues at the center, transitioning to greens, yellows, oranges, and reds at the edges, are not just a visual spectacle, but also a testament to the unique life forms thriving within. These colors result from heat-loving microorganisms, known as thermophiles, that inhabit the spring. In the scorching center, where temperatures can reach up to 189 degrees Fahrenheit or 87 degrees Celsius, only a few hardy microbes survive, giving the water its clear blue appearance. As the water cools toward the edges, different species of bacteria and algae flourish, each contributing distinct pigments that paint the spring's periphery in a rainbow of colors.
If you want to visit Grand Prismatic, we wouldn't recommend you to come early in the morning because of all the steam, you can hardly see it. Probably best in the end of the afternoon.
Earth's Mirror. In Bolivia's southwest lies Salar de Uyuni, the world's largest salt flat, spanning over 3,861 square miles. This vast expanse, formed from prehistoric lakes, creates a surreal landscape, especially during the rainy season when it transforms into a colossal mirror reflecting the sky. Despite its seemingly barren surface, Salar de Uyuni hosts unique life forms. Every November, it becomes a breeding ground for 3 South American flamingo species, Chilean, Andean, and the rare James's flamingos. These birds feed on pink algae, which contribute to their distinctive coloration. The area also supports about 80 other bird species, including the horned coot, Andean goose, and the recently discovered endangered blue-throated hill-star hummingbird. Mammals like the Andean fox, or culpio, and rabbit-like viscachus inhabit the islands within the salt flat, such as Incahuasi Island, which is also home to giant cacti that can reach heights of up to 12 meters. The extreme environment of Salar de Uyuni, characterized by high salinity and intense solar radiation, suggests the presence of extremophiles, organisms adapted to such harsh conditions. However, comprehensive studies on these microorganisms remain limited. Bent and twisted. In Poland, a group of pine trees grows in a strange way. Their trunks rise straight, then bend sharply before curving back up. It looks like something forced them to grow this way, but no one knows why. Some think people bent them when they were young to use for building materials, but there's no proof. Others believe heavy snow pushed them down as saplings, making them grow at odd angles. Some even say weird gravity or unknown forces shaped them. Even with their twisted trunks, the trees are strong and healthy. Scientists still don't have a clear answer, but the mystery keeps people wondering. Ancient mystery. In 1924, miners in Taung, South Africa, dug up a small skull that would change history. It belonged to someone that was most likely about 3 years old, from a species called Australopithecus africanus, one of our early human ancestors. Scientists realized this was proof that humans evolved in Africa, not Europe or Asia, like some had thought. But the skull left behind more questions than answers. It's around 2.3 to 2.8 million years old, but no one knows for sure. Even stranger, the marks on its bones suggest something attacked it, possibly a giant eagle. If true, it means our ancient relatives had more than just the environment to worry about. The Taung child is one of the most important fossils ever found, but it still holds secrets. Scientists continue studying it, hoping to learn more about where we came from and what dangers our ancestors faced. The impossible tree. In Casorzo, Italy, a cherry tree grows on top of a mulberry tree, and both are alive. The mulberry stands strong, while the cherry tree stretches toward the sky. This shouldn't be possible, but somehow it works. Scientists have tried to explain it. Normally, a tree growing on another would die because it wouldn't get enough nutrients. But this one stays healthy, as if nature made an exception. Some say a bird or the wind dropped a cherry seed into a crack in the mulberry, and it just happened to grow. Others think the land itself is special. Locals see it as a symbol of strength, two trees growing together against all odds. No one knows why it survives, but it does. Deep sea mystery. In 1997, underwater microphones detected a powerful, low-frequency sound in the South Pacific Ocean, dubbed the bloop. The sound was so loud that it was picked up by sensors over 3,106 miles apart. Its origin puzzled scientists, as it didn't match known sounds from marine life or geological activity. Initially, some speculated that the bloop could have been produced by a massive marine creature, possibly larger than any known to science. This idea fueled imaginations and led to various theories about unknown sea monsters lurking in the depths. However, no evidence of such a creature has ever been found. Further research by NOAA scientists suggested that the bloop's characteristics were consistent with noises generated by large icebergs fracturing or scraping the ocean floor, known as icequakes. While this explanation is widely accepted, the exact iceberg responsible for the sound has never been identified. Cosmic anomaly.
Scientists with the Breakthrough Listen Initiative, which is devoted to discovering 15 repeating fast radio bursts, or FRBs.
Imagine receiving a brief, powerful radio signal from billions of light years away. These are fast radio bursts, or FRBs, mysterious flashes of energy that last just milliseconds. Scientists first discovered them in 2007, and they've been scratching their heads ever since. One of the strangest things about FRBs is that some repeat while others don't. For example, FRB 121102 has sent multiple signals from the same spot in the sky. This behavior rules out one-time events like star explosions as the sole cause. Researchers have proposed various explanations, from highly magnetized neutron stars to, more speculatively, advanced alien technology. However, there's no solid evidence yet to confirm any of these ideas. Adding to the mystery, in 2020, scientists detected an FRB originating from within our own Milky Way galaxy. This event linked FRBs to magnetars, a type of neutron star with an extremely strong magnetic field, suggesting they might be responsible for at least some of these enigmatic bursts. Despite these insights, the exact origins of most FRBs remain unknown, keeping both scientists and sky watchers eager for answers. Earth's deep secret.
It's so remote, extremely dry, cold conditions. It's just not a great place to be.
In the remote wilderness of Russia, scientists drilled one of the deepest holes ever made, the Kola Super Deep Borehole. This project, started in 1970, reached over 40,000 feet into the earth, deeper than the ocean's deepest trenches. What they found below the surface was nothing like they expected. Geologists predicted they would hit solid basalt.
The technology with drilling is you actually just have the drill bit at the end and moving, and that's where it's grinding away at the rock. And in between, you can take out essentially the shaft of rock, what we call the core, and look at the structure of the earth.
But instead, they found granite stretching far deeper than expected, defying existing models of the Earth's crust. Even more surprising was the presence of water, trapped in rock layers where no water should exist. Scientists also discovered an unusual concentration of hydrogen gas, which caused the drilling mud to bubble as if it were boiling. Perhaps the strangest discovery was microscopic fossils, evidence of ancient life buried miles beneath the surface. Despite these findings, the project was eventually abandoned, leaving many questions unanswered. What other secrets lie hidden in the depths of the Earth, just waiting to be uncovered? Oregon Vortex.
Uncovering one of Oregon's longest-running mysteries. The Oregon Vortex is a place where the laws of physics appear to be suspended.
Near Gold Hill, Oregon, there's a place where reality seems to bend the Oregon Vortex. Since opening to the public in 1930, this site has fascinated visitors with its perplexing phenomena. One of the most intriguing features is the height change illusion. Here, two people standing a few feet apart appear to swap heights when they switch places, challenging our understanding of perspective and gravity. Visitors also report balls rolling uphill and brooms standing upright without support. Some believe these oddities result from optical illusions created by the tilted structures on the site, while others attribute them to gravitational anomalies. Beyond these physical curiosities, the Oregon Vortex has been linked to unexplained sightings. Some visitors have reported strange lights in the sky, adding an otherworldly dimension to the area's mystique. House of Labyrinth.
Well, the Winchester Mystery House is a very special place that was built with no master plan. There are a lot of architectural oddities that remain a mystery as to why they're here.
San Jose, California, stands the Winchester Mystery House, a sprawling mansion renowned for its intricate design and enigmatic history. Purchased in 1884 by Sarah L. Winchester, widow of firearm magnate William Wirt Winchester, the house transformed from an 8-room farmhouse into a 7-story architectural marvel over several decades. Following the tragic loss of her husband and infant daughter, Sarah Winchester embarked on continuous construction of the mansion, a project that persisted until she passed away in 1922.
They're still finding new rooms and new features to this house. Was Sarah just working off of her whims? Was she just an eccentric, crazy lady?
The result is a labyrinthine structure featuring 161 rooms, 40 bedrooms, 47 fireplaces, and numerous staircases leading to nowhere. The motivations behind this ceaseless building remain a subject of speculation. Some narratives suggest that Sarah was haunted by spirits of those killed by Winchester rifles, prompting her to design the house as a maze to confuse these entities. However, contemporary historians propose alternative theories, including her desire to keep relatives at bay by immersing herself in the mansion's expansion. Sunken Enigma. Beneath the Mediterranean's waves near Egypt's coast lies Thonis Heracleion, a city lost to time until its rediscovery in 2000. Once a bustling port, it vanished beneath the sea over a millennium ago.
Canopus and Thonis Heracleion excavate more than 5% of those two sites in 20 years.
Archaeologists have uncovered remarkable artifacts here. Among them are gold and silver treasures, possibly used in rituals to honor pharaohs. These findings hint at the city's past significance, yet many questions remain. The city's layout and structures, including remnants of grand temples, suggest a complex society. However, the exact reasons for its submersion and the full extent of its history are still subjects of research. Thonis Heracleion continues to captivate explorers and scholars, offering a tantalizing glimpse into a submerged world with many secrets yet to be revealed. Unsolved Encounter.
UFO sightings are by definition unidentified, so we don't know what they are. We tend to leap to conclusions about these sorts of things. Clearly, they can be any number of things.
In late December 1980, Rendlesham Forest in Suffolk, England became the focal point of one of the UK's most compelling UFO incidents. Over several nights, US Air Force personnel stationed at nearby RAF Woodbridge reported witnessing unexplained lights and a metallic object within the forest. These accounts have sparked extensive debate and investigation. Eyewitnesses described a glowing object with a pulsing red light on top and blue lights underneath, hovering or landing among the trees. Physical traces, such as indentations in the ground and increased radiation levels, were documented at the alleged landing site. Despite these findings, no definitive explanation has been confirmed.
Abrasion or something in the ground where the pine needles are all pushed back when we get a high reading. So there's a positive after effect? Yes, there is definitely.
The UK Ministry of Defence conducted an investigation, but concluded that the event posed no threat to national security, leading to the closure of the case without a satisfactory explanation. This stance has fueled speculation about potential cover-ups and the true nature of the sightings. The Rendlesham Forest incident remains one of the most intriguing unsolved mysteries in UFO lore, continuing to captivate researchers and enthusiasts worldwide. Paving the mystery. Scattered across the asphalt of numerous cities, the Toynbee tiles present a perplexing urban mystery. These linoleum plaques, about the size of a license plate, bear the cryptic message, Toynbee idea in movie 2001 Resurrect Dead on Planet Jupiter, first appearing in Philadelphia in the early 1980s. The tiles have since been discovered in over 24 major U.S. cities, and even in South America. Their origin and meaning remain subjects of intrigue and speculation. The message seems to reference historian Arnold J. Toynbee and Stanley Kubrick's film 2001, A Space Odyssey, suggesting a concept of resurrecting the dead on Jupiter. Despite various theories, including connections to a reclusive Philadelphia resident, the identity of the tiler and the purpose behind these messages continue to elude definitive explanation. Falling blobs. In 1994, a small town in Washington experienced something bizarre. Instead of rain, a gelatinous substance fell from the sky, covering the ground in sticky, translucent blobs. Residents who came into contact with it reported feeling sick, and even animals showed strange symptoms. Scientists who examined the blobs found human white blood cells inside, but no one could explain how they got there. Some suspected a secret government experiment, while others believed it was biological waste from passing aircraft. Decades later, the true origin of the Oakville blobs remains unknown, making it one of the strangest unsolved events in modern history. Mysterious crop circles. In 1966, near Tully, Australia, a farmer named George Pedley reported witnessing a flying saucer-like object rise from a lagoon.
I remember standing over the other side of the tractor, looking in, and trying to convince myself that I didn't see it. Well, it looked like a flying saucer.
Leaving behind a circular, flattened area in the reeds. This phenomenon, dubbed the Tully saucer nest, became one of the earliest documented cases of mysterious crop circles. The incident garnered significant attention, with various theories emerging to explain the formations, ranging from natural weather phenomena to extraterrestrial activity. Despite extensive investigations, no definitive explanation has been established, leaving the Tully saucer nest an enduring enigma in the study of unexplained phenomena. Unexplained signal. In 1977, a powerful radio signal appeared out of nowhere. Astronomer Jerry Eman, scanning deep space from Ohio State University's Big Ear telescope, spotted the strange burst of energy and circled it on the printout, writing one word: wow! The signal lasted 72 seconds and never returned, making it one of the greatest mysteries in astronomy. Scientists have searched for its source for decades. Some think it came from deep space, possibly an unknown cosmic event, or even an artificial source. But no one has ever found a definitive explanation, leaving the wow signal as one of the biggest unanswered questions in the search for extraterrestrial life. Ghost ship adrift? In 1872, sailors spotted the Mary Celeste drifting in the Atlantic Ocean. The ship was fully intact, stocked with food and supplies, but the entire crew had vanished. There were no signs of struggle, no damage to the vessel, just an eerie emptiness.
Really, it is uncommon for a ship's crew to have completely vanished, and for the ship to be able to continue on adrift in near perfect condition.
Theories range from piracy and storms to more bizarre ideas like sea monsters or supernatural forces. Some suggest the crew abandoned ship due to a sudden emergency, but no lifeboat was ever found. Despite endless investigations, no one knows what really happened, making the Mary Celeste one of the ocean's greatest unsolved mysteries.
For the 150th anniversary of the finding of the vessel, we're looking back at the true, full story of this bizarre, unlucky, historical ship.
Lost Pathway. Beneath the waters of the Bahamas, massive stone blocks form what looks like an ancient road stretching across the ocean floor. Known as the Bimini Road, this mysterious formation has sparked endless debate since its discovery in 1968. The stones are arranged in a straight, organized pattern, making some believe they are the ruins of a lost civilization, possibly even Atlantis. Geologists argue that natural forces shape the rocks, but others point to their structure, suggesting human hands may have placed them long ago. No one has proven where they came from or why they exist, keeping the mystery of Bimini Road alive. Subterranean Eden. Beneath the dense jungles of Vietnam lies Hang Son Doong, the world's largest known cave, stretching nearly 9,000 meters in length, with passages soaring over 200 meters high and 150 meters wide. This colossal cavern could comfortably house a 40-story skyscraper. Discovered in 1990 and fully explored in 2009, Hang Son Doong has captivated scientists and explorers alike. Within its vast chambers, two massive dolines areas where the cave ceiling has collapsed allow sunlight to penetrate, fostering the growth of lush, isolated jungles. These sunlit oases have given rise to over 200 plant species, including algae, mosses, vines, shrubs, and towering trees, reaching heights of up to 30 meters. The cave's unique environment, characterized by its own localized weather patterns and isolated ecosystems, suggests the potential presence of undiscovered species. Despite its size and the attention it has garnered, much of Hang Son Doong remains unexplored, with its subterranean ecosystems largely unstudied. Fiery Mystery. The Tunguska event remains one of the most intriguing unsolved mysteries of the modern era. In Russia's taiga forest, an event occurred that continues to baffle scientists and historians alike. The Tunguska event of 1908. On June 30th, a massive explosion rocked the region near the Podkamanaya Tunguska River, flattening approximately 830 square miles of forest. Witnesses reported a bright flash and a shockwave that knocked people off their feet, hundreds of miles away. Despite extensive investigations, no impact crater was found, leading to various theories about the cause. Some scientists suggest a comet or asteroid exploded in the atmosphere, releasing energy equivalent to 3 to 5 megatons of TNT. However, the lack of definitive evidence has fueled alternative explanations, including speculation about natural gas explosions or even extraterrestrial involvement. Now it's time for today's subscriber's pick. A lady found inside a forest? Now that is creepy, but I have two incidents. One is this tree that, according to local legends, trapped a woman's soul. But when I say trapped, the story is she was waiting for her lover who never came. So she became one with the forest. This one is a bit more real. One morning in Bilbao, Spain, locals saw something unsettling in the River Nervion. A life-sized sculpture of a young girl, half submerged, staring upward as if drowning, created by Mexican artist Ruben Orozco Loza. The artwork, named Bihar, meaning tomorrow in Basque, wasn't just for shock value, it was a warning. Designed to spark conversations about climate change, the sculpture rises and sinks with the tide, symbolizing how human actions can either save or doom the future. Some see it as haunting, others as powerful, but no one can ignore the silent message it carries.